Ladies and gentlemen, James Hicks here from Hicks New Media and Infotainment News. Today is a very special day for me. It's going to be a treat for the spirit for all of you. I got Coach Greatness himself here, ladies and gentlemen. Man, look, I've known this man for decades, way before the gray hair. Right, we were talking pre-show, and I told him I didn't shave specifically just so he saw that I was the older statesman. Uh, this man is family to me. It may have been about a full year since I saw him last. It was actually his birthday that I saw him in person, but we chat online frequently. I follow all the positive strides he and everyone in his immediate family makes. From his daughter's exploding career in entertainment, dancing on the biggest stages for the biggest artists, and now moving behind the microphone herself and expressing herself musically. His son, dealing with a number of health challenges since birth, yet his growth, his maturation, and just being an absolute inspiration and image of positivity among adversity is a joy to watch. He's got his daddy smile too. Um, and then there's his wife, uh, Mrs. Make It Happen. Because let me tell you something. This man that I'm about to bring on the screen forgot we were doing this interview up to about 20 minutes ago, and if it wasn't for Mrs. Make It Happen, it wasn't gonna happen. So she is definitely holding the family unit together, co-founding the It Takes Guts Foundation, helping families navigate through the complicated and in many times painful paths, right, that children born with chronic autoimmune illnesses face. It's a busy household. Kids, parents, educators, business leaders all over literally know this man's name, and that's a good thing. He has delivered thousands of sessions focused on self worth, rising above obstacles in life, and learning how to take steps to be successful in both your professional and personal life. His business card says businessman, coach, entrepreneur, philanthropist, athlete. I call him a devoted husband, loving father, but most importantly, I call this man a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Bracy. Uh
Let's
oh,
go.
brace up, guys.
Brace
Huh?
up, King
I,
James. What's up, baby?
sir, talk to me. But I told you I was gonna bring you on like Steve Harvey, wasn't I?
Man,
Look, coming to the stage.
hey, that
Yes,
felt so
sir.
good. It felt so
Huh?
good, man. It's good to see your face. I love you, brother. I'm
You
honored to be
too.
in the same frame as you right now, my friend.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Gosh, dog. We look. This is what I told you. Look, we both talk all day, every
Yeah.
day with a number of folks, different age groups, whatever the case may be. But this particular session
Yes, sir.
has been the toughest for me as of late just to put together because look, I've got a treasure trove of information. I've got photos of you when you were let me tell you some early teenagers and
Come
that we
on.
can show. I got photos of you at the gym working out, and
Come on.
I walk into CalFit and I look up there and I see Brother Bracy on the screen. I said, hey, look at this. And let me move to the back. You see, we scared great in the back right there.
Come on,
You
baby.
see the book. So I know this man, ladies and gentlemen. But let me change gears. Let me focus on this right quick. Because of what we do on a daily basis, and because of the lives and the people that we touch, it's typically you talking your message to the audience. I want to turn that mirror just a little bit, and I want to talk about. I want you to tell folks who you are.
Hmm.
I've given the elevator pitch, right? I've told them the behind the scenes, some of the personal. I didn't even go into everything, right? The whole
Hmm.
playing professional ball, all of those types of things. But who is Kevin Bracy? Uh oh.
I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know you gonna stump me already with the first question.
I don't look. We don't mess
Let's
around,
go
right?
with it.
2020 already started out tough, right?
Let's
So
go.
we gonna go stop at the top.
Off the top, what comes to my mind is I'm a man of God. I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of God. I'm a believer. I'm a husband. Been married to my wife Jessica, aka Mrs. Make It Happen. We will be 22 years on September 6th. I'm a father of Kendra J, 26 years young. As you mentioned in the introduction, she's a dancer, she's a singer, she's an entrepreneur, she's brilliant. Danced on stages with Beyonce and Drake and Migos and traveled all over the world doing what she loves. She found her passion at early, early on and just chased it and made it happen. My son Kobe, we call him famous Kobe J, aka Professor Kobe, because he wants to be a history professor. My son Kobe, man, he is witty, he is strong, he's something special.
Yeah.
He's had 14 major surgeries on his tummy in 19 years of his life. 14. He went to school in first grade, did not go back to school until ninth grade because of the surgeries and everything. And I am a motivational entertainer. I identified my dream right after playing some professional baseball. And I have a passion to reach people with the power of words, from TK, from the youngest to the youngest,
young
all
folks.
the way up to 80, 85 and beyond. But my sweet spot is education. From TK through college years is where I spend 95, 96% of my speaking engagements are for youth. I have a passion to reach youth. I have a passion to help youth realize a couple of things. First is I want you to chase greatness. There's greatness in you. Not just saying that to be cute. Oh, that's cute. There's greatness in me. No. Greatness means something. When I say chase greatness, I mean give your best effort to all that you do, your best focus to all that you do. Be the best version of you. Find your best gift mix and have the mindset to better your best every day. That's what chasing greatness is. Second thing is I want them to pursue their wildest dreams. I'm talking the dream that scares them.
I love
that dream that when you think about, I don't know if I could do that. No, that's the one I want you to chase.
Don't be scared of that. Yeah.
Don't be scared of that. Third, and I know we'll get into this. Every day you're chasing greatness and reaching for your wildest dreams. Don't forget to reach one person every day with kindness. Each one of us reach one It ain't all about us. It ain't all about you and your dream. Chase your greatness, reach for your dreams, but reach somebody every day with a word of encouragement, a compliment. Build them up in some sort of way, undivided attention, a smile in some way, shape, or form. That's the message that I want to get across to youth every single day. That's what I've been doing for the last 23 years.
And you've been doing it. You've been doing it successfully. You've been doing it, reaching folks, and it's resonating. I do like the fact that you I don't want to say label yourself, but you identify yourself as a motivational entertainer. Because when you're dealing with youngsters and youth, a lot of times, look, that attention span is 2 or 3 minutes. You know, it's TikTok, it's Snapchat, it's whatever that is, right?
Right. It's actually like 7 to 8 seconds. Even
shorter than that. Okay. Yeah. well, maybe that 2 minutes is the old folks that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, you know. But again, you've got to be able to engage with them and find something that resonates with these folks quickly, hold on to that, and then point them and steer them in that right direction.
Absolutely.
Right. So I love that whole entertainment aspect. We all, I tell folks that I work with on a day-to-day basis, we're all in sales in some kind of way. We're selling ourselves. We're selling our message. So if I can't grab your attention in that short period of time, I'm not going to listen to you.
I'm not going to listen to you.
I'm not going to listen. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Right. Especially when
it doesn't matter what you're going to say.
You got babies in front of you, literally TK through 6th grade, and your goal, and you got them for 30 to 45 minutes. You can't just talk to them. We got to sing songs. I got to beatbox, but I also take moments, 20-second moments, to get my message in.
Yes.
It's talking without all the rah-rah, but it's surrounded by rah-rah in order to keep their attention.
But what's good about that, again, as well, I mean, you walk into those auditoriums at XYZ auditorium, gymnasium for a school, you don't come in with 3-piece suit on, Stacey Adams, and you know, whatever the case may be. You come in with, he's gonna bring it out, ladies and gentlemen, he's gonna bring out the uniform.
Hat on,
that's why I'm wearing a hat too. See, that's why folks, that's why I dress like this. Look, I'm wearing my Kobe gear right now for Kobe, but you come in with your hat on, with your batting gloves on, with your shades on. You come in as Kevin Bracy.
Absolutely.
Right. No right. You don't come in as somebody else that's trying to talk to you and give you a 30-minute commencement speech or whatever. You come in and really show yourself and pour every aspect of your personality into those events. That's what's very impressive about the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, brother.
Thank you. I had to find myself in this.
Yeah.
Because when I was, and we'll get to this, when I was traveling with Les Brown, he made us wear a suit. You got to wear a suit, and I realized I'm going to be working with kids all the time, so I had to find who I was. So I got my Adidas on, I got my T-shirts on with the
Yeah.
message, my hats on, my batting gloves, and people think, why you wear batting gloves? Now everybody gonna be wearing batting gloves. I was a little ahead of my time with batting gloves. So I wear the batting gloves because kids like to high five and fist bump. And the
Yeah.
last thing I want to do is have colds all
Yes.
throughout the year because I
There's a
can't
method
deny
behind the man. There's a method behind your madness. That's
right,
all right. I love
right.
it. I love it, Matt. So let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. We talked about what you do every day. We talked a little bit about who you are, but there's two distinct paths as well. I mean, there's Life Changers International. There's Reach One Alliance, right? And I think and I do think those are distinct paths, right? Because again, Reach One is
Life
geared.
Changers. Reach One is under Life Changers.
That's so. Talk a little bit about that, so folks can understand what the
Okay.
Kevin Bracy organizational structure looks like, and who
Right.
you're going out and talking to.
Life Changers International was a name that I created before Kevin Bracy was even a name, a household name locally in the speaking world.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch this pastor on television by the name of Creflo Dollar, and I just liked how he spoke. I just liked the confidence that he delivered his messages with. So I woke up every day, and this is before I was getting paid to speak. I was studying, and I found people that resonated with me and that moved me, and he was one of those guys. And his name of his church was World Changers Church International. So I said, man, I like that name. So now, as you know, when you're just getting started, you're trying to think of what's going to be my business name. And I was like, I like World Changers, but I can't bite his title. I said, so I got to figure out what it's
Don't
going to
take
be.
it.
Right, I can't take it. I said, wait a minute, Life Changers. That I can change a life. Right. So I said, Life Changers International will be the name of my business. And my motto will be changing lives through the power of positive words. Why? Because words that I read, words that I listened to, words that I spoke out of my mouth were the things that changed my life. So it just made sense. Life Changers. And then changing lives through the power of positive words. So that's where Life Changers came from. Underneath that is an organization that was created that I created called the Reach One Alliance. And what that is all about is it has kind of it's shifted over the years because you got to shift with
Right.
with your market, right? When your
Right.
market, right? So what we did in the past is we went to different schools. They would hire me to come in and shift the culture of their entire campus. So we want you to come in and shift our culture. Well, how am I going to do that? With
Wow.
one speech? I go, no, I can't do that with one speech. So I created something where I go in and reach the entire student body with a message, the teachers with a message, the parents with the message, the leaders with the message,
There you go. Yep.
the student athletes with the message. So now I'm hitting all 5 of those areas on one campus, not just for 1 year. It's gonna take time for the Reach One Alliance to, right? So we take 50 to 60 leaders on a campus and give them an empathy training and a workshop on how you as a club, as a Reach One Alliance club, is going to function on this campus. And we started planting clubs, Reach One Alliance clubs, on different campuses across the city of Sacramento and beyond. That's where the Reach One Alliance came from. The key to it is every day, each one reach one. I mean, I got it tattooed on my arm.
Yes, you do.
Each one reach one, because if we all reach one person every day with a word of encouragement, a compliment, some sort of kindness, someone we don't know. It's easy to reach people we do know. I'm talking about somebody you don't know, somebody that don't look like you, talk like you, walk like you, act like you, believe like you, dress like you, or vote like you. If we can reach out to someone that we don't know, we could change the world. But we all got to do our part. Each one, reach one.
And that's hard to do, right? It's easy to have the pent up frustration, to have some negativity, to look at someone and say, oh, look at them shoes you wearing, or you're too smart, or what, have some type of negative connotation. It's easier to frown than it is to smile.
Right.
Right, but by teaching the youngsters, and the fact that you say, look, I grab the administrators, I grab the adults and the leaders, and let's change our mindset as well, because we're the ones in front of the class, we're the ones
Absolutely.
in front of the room, influencing into these youngsters.
Absolutely.
Right, that's where that message starts and resonates, right? Because it does trickle down. So
Right.
so bless you on doing that. And how's that going right now? I mean, are you still, with everyone in the lockdown and things happening? Are you still able to have sessions with students? Get online. We're all zoomed out in my world, in my line of business. But
Right.
are you staying active with that?
I think everybody's zoomed out, but I was quick to pivot.
Okay.
As soon as we were locked down, it was crazy because 95% of my business is in schools.
Right.
So as soon as school shut down, that affects me, right? But then principals, I had a couple of principals give me a call and they were like, "Hey, Kevin, what my kids right now are feeling disconnected from school. They're disconnected from us, and we don't know what to do." And it's just not just me calling you. I'm talking to all the principals that I know, from Fresno to Stockton to Bakersfield. We don't know what to do. So if you call me and say we don't know what to do, my brain, I'm an entrepreneur, so
You moving?
my brain starts clicking. So long story short, I came up with a couple of concepts and I kept my business going and I was able to pivot, and I ended up doing maybe 50 to 60 talks in a 6-week period of time to close out the school year. And it was amazing. So I'm still reaching kids. I'm just reaching them through the computer now.
I love it, man. I love it. And these are leading questions. Look, I know because I'm watching you. I'm watching it. I want folks around that are watching, that are engaged, just to just feel the love, right? And
Yeah.
just to know this man. So I put up the websites. I'm gonna put them in the
Yeah.
show notes as well. I just really want folks to listen to someone like you, a man that has nothing but positivity in his daily actions. The Reach One Alliance
Mhm.
sounds very familiar, right? And I think maybe not in scope, but in direction and in purpose, to a man who has influenced you for a number of years, right? Talk to us a little bit about Mr. Les Brown and how he has shaped the life and perspective of Kevin Bracy.
The legendary Les Brown. I'd have to say his voice has probably been, not probably, has been the single most influential voice in my life in my 48 years on this planet. Now, I would be remiss to just talk about Les without saying that I was introduced to him through the late, great, one of my first mentors ever. His name is Ken Westonsko, who first handed me a cassette tape. Now, me and you can talk about cassette tapes.
Well, we
But I'm
them
at the
TDK
school,
Maxells and
he handed me a he handed me a cassette tape years ago, and I popped that cassette tape into my white Pontiac Grand Am,
yes,
and
sir.
it got stuck in my Grand Am. The tape got stuck in my Grand Am to where I couldn't turn it off, I couldn't turn it on, I couldn't turn it down. When I turned the car on, Les Brown's voice came on.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. And this was right after I had just completed my baseball career. I graduated from college, played my professional baseball, and I was looking for another career.
Yeah.
And I popped this tape in, and I listened to this tape for about 6 months, King James. I mean, over and over and over again. And eventually, as I'm driving down by Cal Expo in Sacramento one day, just one day, I'd heard the tape for 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. All he's doing is telling his story.
Yeah.
Wait, man. I have a story. What if I can tell my story and impact other people's lives the way this man has impacted my life? There was the moment when the dream was planted into my heart. I'm going to be a speaker. And then, man, I know it's a God thing, because 8-9 years prior to that moment, I get an opportunity to register for the Les Brown Speakers Network. And I get a phone call to meet Les Brown in Kansas City to speak with him on a stage for 2 nights. called Bringing Out the Millionaire in You. I was nowhere near a millionaire, but I'm going to be speaking on stage with Les Brown talking about bringing out the millionaire in you. And I'm going to just tell you, though, I can't minimize that moment. That's like if somebody says, I want to be an entertainer, and Beyonce says, come here, let me show you how to do this. Or Michael Jordan says, come here, let me show you how to do this. This is Les Brown. And after speaking with him for 2 nights, he says, you're ready. I said, what you mean? He goes, you're ready. You're ready right now. King James, I didn't go home from that night in Kansas City for another 1.5 years. I was literally on the road riding shotgun with Les Brown. Look.
Absorbing. Just absorbing it.
You know what this sounds like? That's what shining shoes sounds like. I was shining shoes.
Yeah.
I was bringing breakfast. I was taking clothes to the cleaners. Yeah. I was making sure contracts. He was showing me the game up close and personal. Come on, man. There is no price tag you can put on that. I will never forget that. Some people, I just saw a comment say, Les Brown is powerful. Les Brown helped me launch my entire career just from a cassette tape to up close and personal, spending nights in the hotel, lacing me with game of how to do this and staying the course and doing it long enough to where it will reveal its secrets to you. See, most people have a dream, but they're not willing to do it long enough. They start, they post something, they set up the website, and then it's not working after a year and they give up and quit. He said, you got to do it long enough so it will reveal its secrets to you. King James, I was doing it for 16 years and I hadn't hit yet. In my 16th year, it went boom for me. Yeah. The moment that it went boom, I was sitting in one district in West Sac. And I'd been all over speaking, but it hadn't hit yet. And I was sitting in there, and a guy who I had spoken for a couple years prior moved to a different position in West Sac, Washington Unified School District. We're sitting in a meeting, and he goes, you know what? We already have an anti-bullying program in our schools right now. But some people are saying that it's difficult, it's complicated. So what I want to do right now is move that one out, and I want to move the Reach One Alliance in to our program right now. That day, follow me, King James. I'm almost done.
No, don't keep going.
That day, myself and my awesome assistant, Coach Kindness, was with me. Her name is Susan Schultz. We put 100 dates in our calendar that day for multiple visits for each school in one day. In that moment, I said to myself, my life will never be the same again, because you're not going to give me 100 opportunities and me strike out and fumble. You give me 100 shots, I'm
gonna hit something over the fence.
You're gonna want me in your district. Look, 6 years later, 7 years, we're still in that district. But if it wasn't for the influence, the coaching, to this day, I get phone calls to this day from Les Brown. I call him and say, what do I do for X? If it was not for Les Brown, the legendary Les Brown, for the rest of my days, I will mention his name out of my mouth. He's been the most influential voice in my 48 years. I'm grateful for that man.
Yes.
I'll always hold myself to a high standard because he taught me.
I mean, you put it that I was going to mention that as well. It was not just when you were starting out. It was not when you were on that speaking circuit. Literally, yes, to this day, I know you and he maintain communication. You stay in touch. It's family. I know he's been to your house. He's been to the hospital, looking over your son. Right. So I know that there is more than just a connection. Well, come on, boy, look. I told you, boy. I've known you since I've known you since high school, boy. I know you. Yes, but these things again really resonate and help frame who you are at the foundation, right? From a spiritual man, family man, aligning yourselves with the right individuals, aligning yourself with winners, making yourself a winner, and making others winners as well, right? I mean, you
do my best.
It may be your tagline, it may be your slogan, Coach Greatness, but you live in that every single day, and that's what the folks are seeing, right? That's what us older folks. It's hard for us. It's hard to teach the old dogs new trick, but you do it. When you go into those TKs and when you go into those elementary schools, they see this positive black man coming in there, and he's telling stories of shake somebody's hand, tell somebody something encouraging every single day.
And on that note, I believe that well, first let me say that, Les Brown being 75 and him having written the forward to my book behind me and next to you called Scared Great was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Wait, let me move over. There it is. There it
There
is.
it is right there. I see it. I see it back there.
Hold on. I didn't just put it there for the day, but that is pretty nice. And it's holding up that bottle of Jameson behind there. But yeah,
Scared Great. You remember the
yes,
show
sir.
Scared Straight? You remember
Yes,
that? All
sir.
right,
Yes, sir.
Scared Great. But back to walking into those schools. I believe that one of the things that I love about what I get to do is when it comes to race, there may be certain kids that have been taught certain things about certain races. Yeah. A black man is seen to be like this, XYZ. And then when I get an opportunity, King James, to come into a school with all different faces and all different backgrounds, and some of those little white kids and whoever else are looking at me, I don't know what they've been taught. I don't know that. But what I do know is that when I leave, whatever they've been taught, if it has been negative, that negative is going to be challenged by the way that they feel when I leave. And then when I show back up next month to do another one, and they're going, Coach Greatness is here, I know that there's been a shift in their mindsets. Yes. So I get to go all over the place as a black, dark as they come. You might be a couple shades.
Just a little bit. Let me get my lighting right. I'm
trying to get to your shade. I'm trying to get, to walk into a school and to be able to shift people's mindsets just with your energy and having everyone in that room clapping and having fun and feeling great about themselves. Man, that's my lane.
That's it. And that is more necessary today than any other day. I mean, just you going in with that mindset of teaching and talking positivity, self-worth, self-reliance, humility, all of those things. Those going into those classrooms, those getting on those Zoom calls with these kids. We appreciate you for doing that, because again, it's been covert, but now it's overt. But again, we need someone to come in from a positive perspective and really bring those messages out. So I mean, and I know that's tough, and you got to bring it every single day. You got to bring that energy, right?
That's why I stay in the gym. I stays in the gym. I said it with an S on the end. I stays.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man is in the lab like me, and let me tell you something. He may not have kettlebells at the home gym. He may not have all the knotless equipment, but he does have some old school DJ speakers that he used for the shoulder scrub. I see it with the speakers bumping them old 80s and 90s hip hop and R&B. Bumping the Tupac and that.
Come on, man. Keep sweat. Come on. I'll be sure. Don't get me started.
You have to. You have. Well, and let me throw this up there too, because I want to give a little shout out. Another bit of music that you've been playing lately.
Oh, Kendra J, Persona.
I got that on my playlist. It's on my playlist. I can't play it. I can't play it now, but I can't play it right now. I don't want Google to give me no copyright restrictions. But
I get it.
Go peep that out. Kendra J, Persona.
Kendra J. That's my daughter, y'all. Come on now. It's my persona. Hey.
But I mean but that's got to make you proud too, right? I mean, again, you and your wife are setting the example, living with positivity, living with just purpose, and now you got your kids that are out there doing the same thing, talking the same talk, walking the same walk, and just being successful. That's just got to be.
It's a great feeling.
Top of the moon.
The moment I heard that she got the Beyonce tour.
Yeah.
Come on, King James. Hey, look.
You was already on the plane. You was packing the bag that night.
We won't go too far into James, but we used to see each other at the club. We was dancing. Come on, King James. The Graduate, Maxims, Joaquin's. Let's go.
Mac, oh my! I need to drink some of this coffee, but that's why I'm sweating over here. I didn't know what we were going to talk about. He said,
"You remember that?" So I was growing up. We were dancing, but to see your baby take that and take it to a whole different level, when you dance for Drake and do 75 shows for Drake, and then you dance in formation with Beyonce, where else can you go as a dancer?
You already at the top.
Right.
Right.
So she had to make a change and go to the music space. But it is just such a great feeling that she's doing what she loves to do, man. It's just it's phenomenal. It makes
That's
me
true.
happy. And my son wants to be a professor, a history professor. Let's go.
Man, I'm buying his books too. Let me
Let's
tell you something.
go.
I'm a sign up for his master class.
Right. And I can't miss this. I'd be remiss. We have another son by the name of Caleb Julius Bracy who passed away in '05.
Yeah.
He was an hour and 18 minutes old. So
Mhm.
him and Kobe they share the same birthday. So I have 3 children, 2 that are
Yes, sir.
here and 1 that's in heaven. I would be remiss to continue without saying that.
I love that. I love that. So appreciate that. And man, we just flowing in the right direction because
Yeah.
again, so talking about the family, talking
Yeah.
about your children, talking about what you do every single day. Let's talk about what you do on a daily basis to win the day, right?
Mm,
You've got a handful of items that you focus on a daily basis, and I just
yeah.
really want to talk about what Mr. Bracy puts in his journal on a day-to-day basis of what his focuses are.
Well, there's a couple things. I mean, first of all, I would have to say, I like to, one of the things that I pride myself on being, but at the same time, I hear from feedback from audiences and people that bring me in is the authenticity. Because
Right.
we say keep it real, but I do the best that I possibly can to just be me. And the real me right now, as I'm speaking to you with King James on ITN, there's an undercurrent of sadness that flows through me. There's an undercurrent of just like wonder, like what the heck is going on in the world that we live in today. So there is sadness there, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow that feeling to just dominate my world. Now, do I go down into the doldrums? Of course. Do I have valleys? Of course. I'm just now coming up out of one that I was in for a few days, just based upon everything that was going on. Maybe I was watching too much news, too much social media, too much of this. So what I have to do is I had to figure out a way, what can I do every day to win the day? And I think the reason why I was down in the doldrums, King James, is because I'm a visionary and I like to win the day, but also plan for tomorrow, next week, next month, next quarter, next year, if I can. But right now, it's hard to do that because we don't know what's next. Right. So how do I maximize and win a day? What I had to do was identify, that's step 1, my daily focus areas. When I wake up, so let's just say we got a 24-hour day. I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to give you the terse version. 24-hour day. We sleep, let's just say 17 of those hours are hours of functionality where we're actually up and moving around. So in those 17 hours, what are the most important things that I need to connect to in order for me to win the day? What are those things that I need to give attention to that when I do give them attention, it makes me feel significant, successful, and balanced? Here are mine. They're all F's. I'm going to drop some F-bombs. In no order of importance. It's family, faith, fitness, finances, future, and fundraising. In a 17-hour period, I've got to spend some time, family. Me and my wife got to connect, whether it's 5 minutes, 50 minutes, or 5 hours, I got to connect with my wife. I've got to connect with my son and my daughter, whether it's 5 minutes, 50 minutes, or 5 hours, I got to have a connection with my family. Check. Faith happens all throughout my day. Anytime that I can connect, like being grateful for this moment with you, my brother, being in this, I'm grateful for this moment. That's faith to me. Waking up, getting my worship music in my ears, giving thanks for the things that I have, having a roof overhead, having clothes on my back, having recognized the gift that's been given to me. Faith all day long is I'm being grateful and giving thanks to God. Fitness. If I don't get my workout in, I'm not the best version of me. Finances. I got to make sure as the head of the household that we're good financially. What projects am I working on? What are my engagements looking like? What's my money looking like? Family, faith, fitness, finances, future. What projects are you working on now that is connected to your future? What can you do today to get closer to what you see in your future. I've got projects that I'm working on right now. One of them is a documentary, a speaking documentary, because I came up before the internet. I was doing this before we got online. So I've got a documentary coming out called 10,000 Hours. That was before. I put 10,000 hours in before my career, 16 years. Yep. You put 10,000 hours in 16. And then fundraising for a cause that's greater than me. That's kids and families who have chronic illness and chronic challenges in their families. And that's what we do. So if I can check off all those boxes, I won the day. It's real simple. And if I didn't check off all the boxes, I'm not going to beat myself up. I know what box I didn't check off that tomorrow I need to make sure that I check off. I'm not going to beat myself up. I try to live with purpose the best that I can. And I don't think you can be saying I'm living with purpose if you can't articulate what that is. Family, faith, fitness, finance, future, and fundraising. Step 1 is identifying it. Step 2 is defining it for you.
And what I bring from that, I mean, I've heard you say it a number of times, but again, just hearing it right from the mouth of Coach Greatness all the time. If you don't check off, or if you only halfway check off one of those boxes on a particular day, it's okay.
It's okay.
Be cognizant of it.
That's it.
Knock it out the next time you get up. If you get up tomorrow, you check off faith, because Lord, you gave me one more time. You gave me one more day to go out here and do it, and then go out there and hit that finance. Go out there and hit that fund. But those are important aspects to your life, and those are not. You know what? I'm saving up for this new car. I'm saving up for these new rims. Those types of things. These are things that matter, right? You've got to have those connections on a daily basis with your family, your extended family, your immediate family. You've got to know where your money is, right? We've got dependents. We've got responsibilities. My son is in the kitchen right now eating everything. And look, if there wasn't something in there, he'd be banging my door down right now to come in here, Daddy, where the food at. So but those, you got to have the lights on. So you've got to be focused on the important things, and you got to put something away, right? Absolutely. Focus on the future, right? You got to have something in the reserve. So do something today, put something away for the future, and that's just a great model for staying aware and conscious with purpose, right? That's the best way to put it.
Because it's cute to say win the day, but then people say, well, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Identify your daily focus areas, and then you define them, though. And this is where most people get lost. It's like, nah, I'm cool now. You identify them, but then what I had to do, and I've done this, is I had to define each one of those areas with what do I want, why do I want it, and how am I going to get there every day? What, why, and how for every single area. So I'm clear when I wake up what my purpose is. And if I'm messing around and I'm wasting time, I just wasted that 2 hours. Okay, I know I wasted it. Tomorrow, I got to invest that into my areas that matter the most.
Right. And you get up early in the morning. Look, I thought I got up. Look, you get up before the sun get up. Sometimes.
Yeah, I try.
And I love that. I love that, man. You hungry, right? Not ready to sit down, hang them up yet. We're not sitting in rocking chairs just yet, but we
I'm
a
fight. I'm a fight. I'm a fight.
Hey, I was gonna pull a picture up of you talking about fighting and standing up early and working out. Yeah. I got one of them post baseball eating right. I got one of them Twizzler eating Bracy.
And
then I got the one where you got the body right.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not gonna just put you up here with no shirt on in front of everybody. Lord, make me look bad. Good. Look, I'm still working on mine. I'm not gonna just do that to myself. Bring up Bracy. But man, brother, talk to me about what's next. I know it's a continuous battle. I know it's a continuous evolution. What's next on the horizon? I know you talked about your 10,000 hours documentary, but I mean, are we gonna get blessed with another manuscript? Any more speaking engagements coming once we get out of this lockdown? What's next for Mr. Bracy?
Yeah, there's a couple things I got to keep in my back pocket that I won't reveal yet.
I can't get the scoop, the breaking news. Yeah, you ain't heard me say scoop in a long time.
So what I got it, what first of all, I'll have my audiobook, my Scared Great audiobook on Audible is coming out. I'm a couple days. I'm just waiting for the check to say, for them to say we're good, that everything, meets standards.
Right.
So that's coming out soon. I'll put that up on my Facebook page, Kevin Bracy on Facebook, Bracy, no E. That's coming soon. What else is coming right now is I'm working with a deluge of speakers. There's so many aspiring speakers, and I believe that right now is the perfect time to step into the space. If you look at Facebook or Instagram, you see so many people in their title page, they put motivational speaker. Mm-hmm. And I believe that they're putting that because they have the aspirations to be that, right? That's not what they are yet, but they have. All you got to do is scroll down and see. Do you see any live engagements? If you see live stuff, then they are doing it. If you see just videos, then it's cool, but they're just. Everybody can do a video, whether you're a motivational speaker or not. So I'm teaching speakers from the ground up in my Facebook group called First Step for Speakers. It's a First Steps for Speakers group where I'm teaching them A to Z, the art, the business, and the commitment of speaking. I have an online course called First Step for Speakers, and I'm just trying to get more voices out here. Les Brown helped me, so I got to pay it forward. I got to help other people get there, but I can't help everybody because a lot of people are just talking. Yeah. I'm looking for the ones who are serious. Yeah. I got relationships with all the schools and districts, not all, but a whole bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And I am not going to refer somebody or recommend somebody who ain't ready and who ain't serious. So I'm training up that next generation of motivational superstars. That's a passion of mine. And I'm getting ready to have a crazy, busy school year. I'm not sure if it's going to be virtual or live, kicking off in August. I will have some more live shows coming out. I got some crazy ideas that are coming.
I know you do.
I can't reveal that one yet, though.
It's all right. It's all right. Let me ask you two things. So, is that new speaker series? Is that the next evolution of Monstars?
Well, Monstars was a live show. So what I did, Monstars is coming back. Okay. I did Monstars, and then this year I did Kevin Bracy at the Crest with special guests. Because
I just set you up, right?
Right.
I threw that softball like that. I wanted to hit it.
I got my bat right here. So Monstars is coming back, but I did Kevin Bracy at the Crest with special guests, which is a live. Motivational entertainment productions is what we do. It's motivation, it's entertainment. That's what we do. So that Kevin Bracy at the Crest was supposed to be the Kings of Motivation that night, but I couldn't. I'm taking. We'll talk about that another time.
You see me? I'm writing this down.
That's coming, right? So yeah, Monstars is coming back though. Monstars.
Okay. Yeah, I'm over here taking notes myself. Yeah. And then we got a question. I know there's a lot of questions coming in, but in particular to your audio book, did you do the voiceover for the book, or have someone else do it?
No, I did it. I read it, and my wife read the Les Brown part. My son did a part, did a close, but it's all me. And let me just tell you this, King James, I did it. I like to be real with mine. So it wasn't like I edited all mistakes out. I didn't. I kept my stutters in there. I kept them all in it because I like to be authentic and real. Ain't nobody gonna read the whole book without stumbling. That's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. So I left. If it was real bad, of course I took it out, but I kept it as real as I could possibly keep it throughout the entire book. It is my voice, and there are times when I said pause. And I said, no, I'm not reading the book. I'm not reading the book. Let me explain something to you. Then I said, play. And then I went back into the book. So I have fun with it, man.
I love it, man. I'm the same way, right? That's why this show is completely live all the time. There could be errors. I could be stuttering off screen or whatever. But, you get that authenticity when you go live and it's just you and it's nobody else.
Right.
Look here, brother. It's a beautiful day. I want you to get out there and add some more time to your family time.
Yes, sir.
On this wonderful Sunday. Go out there, hug your wife, hug your kids. But beyond anything else, man, all I can say is you've blessed me. You've blessed the audience today, and cannot say how full I am to have this conversation. We've been trying to get this going for a minute. Right, we had it on the schedule. Then there were some things that went down for on the family side. I'm just glad to hear that your extended family is doing better on that side.
Yes, sir.
But then calendars are crazy and everyone's doing, but all in the right time. And I think my
Yes.
dad is online. I think I saw him make a statement said this is the
Wow.
right time to have this conversation, brother Kevin Bracy.
Come on.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Let's continue to have this. I think we need to build on this. I want to build on this because I want to continue to bring in positive messages, positive conversations. Look, I've got a handful of shows and sessions going on ITN Live that are focused on different issues, right?
Right.
Some heavy heart issues,
Right.
some other social issues, but we got to have those conversations too.
Absolutely.
But we need to reach as many audiences as we can, and I think your mindset, your belief, your path is
Right.
something that needs to be shared. And I know you're already doing it, but I'm gonna be selfish because I got the number to the bat phone, and I
Yes,
just
sir.
want I want to just
All access.
take it back. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother.
King James,
Love.
I got love for you, man, and back at you. I'm proud of you, and I feel grateful and honored to be in the same frame as you, brother. So let's stay connected. And the
Yes,
next
sir.
time I come on, I got to teach the Muhammad Ali mentality. The next you can't don't let me forget that. The next time I come back,
Yes,
we got
sir.
to open with the Muhammad Ali mentality.
I'm gonna leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us on Infotainment News Live. I'm man James Hicks. Brace up,
Break it up.
Bracy. Oh, there we
See ya.
go.
Yes, sir.